Courage Coach was designed by a team of child and adolescent therapists to help teens with social anxiety. It encourages teens to build an exposure ladder and gradually engage in the social interactions they've been avoiding. It also teaches a variety of coping techniques to help teens deal with their anxiety about what could go wrong in social situations. The Courage Coach has 8 specific techniques known to help people overcome their social anxiety. Users are encouraged to use the app every day for at least 30 days and to share their progress with a mental health professional if possible. When you sign into the app, you'll see the different techniques, and the dashboard will also show you how often you are using the app and how many steps you've tried. When a technique is tried, it will turn from purple to green. The buttons are reset every day. The first thing to do in the app is to create an exposure ladder. You'll choose a social area to work on, and then the app suggests specific steps to take on your ladder. You can choose the level of each step in the ladder: easy, medium, and hard. And of course, you can add your own steps as well. When each step or mission is completed, you mark it as done, and think about your anxiety before and after the step and whether or not it went as expected. You can also take a picture or upload an image that commemorates your accomplishment, and this image is added to your success gallery. There are 3 different self-calming techniques that you can practice to help manage anxiety. These include deep breathing, a grounding exercise, and a progressive relaxation body scan. Users of the app are encouraged to practice these techniques as often as possible to build confidence in handling situations that would normally be avoided. Besides avoiding social situations, many people often use safety habits to keep themselves from being noticed by others. This section asks the user to identify the safety habits they use and note how often they are used in social situations. The Thought Trap button encourages the user to learn the cognitive behavior therapy technique of correcting distorted thinking with more realistic, balanced thinking. Once completed, the balanced thought appears on the app dashboard. The Silence the Spotlight game addresses the tendency of people with social anxiety to feel that they are always in the spotlight in social situations. A common thought is that everyone is looking at me, but of course this is not the case. The game addresses this common problem by asking the user to set up the game by looking at common thoughts that trigger social anxiety and then at thoughts that are rooted in reality. There are text boxes for 6 spotlight thoughts. These are critical thoughts that teens may believe others are thinking, but in fact this is rarely true. There are also text boxes for balanced, realistic thoughts. There are common thoughts already in the game, but the user can edit these thoughts to personalize the game and make it more effective. The user can also record their thoughts for the game, which adds another dimension in distinguishing critical spotlight thoughts from realistic ones. The idea of the game is to pop the thought balloons of the unrealistic thoughts and let the realistic ones float by. There are 2 levels of the game controlling the speed at which the thought bubbles appear. The Talk Trainer is another technique where the user can learn to practice speaking in different social situations. Users record messages, following the prompts, and then listen to their responses. Responses are kept in a practice library. The Courage Coach app encourages the app user to take a picture of themselves when they complete a step on the challenge ladder or any time they feel a social situation has gone well. The image gallery can be viewed or downloaded at any time. Finally, there is a progress button where the user can review what they have done on the app to help overcome their social anxiety. One click generates a report that summarizes what they have done using the app and points out any patterns. Users are encouraged to download and print their progress reports and keep them as a journal. The progress report is a PDF, which can also be sent to a therapist. The Courage Coach app is meant to offer teens real-life techniques to lessen their anxiety in social situations and encourage them to form meaningful connections with the people around them. It is not intended to replace therapy, but rather will be most effective when used with the guidance and encouragement of a mental health professional.